Okay, so
right,
it's been a bit of a long wait, but a new video for you.
Hi everyone.
Right out. It's a bit of an angle here, but let's see what are we showing here.
This is a custom made
There we go.
neogeo joystick. I've been looking on eBay, and as probably most people know, they're like £90 upwards, and they're quite rare AES sticks. This is it's a smaller joystick used, and to get the actual thickness down, because the Neo stick, as you know, is quite small and quite it's not very thick. It's narrow.
Yeah.
And basically, I had 4 old arcade buttons which I sprayed black, and I put it into the top half of a PS2.
Now let's take a look at this. This is so this is a PS2, the fat as we call them, PS2s, which I thought were fatter than that. I think it was obviously a mine thing that they weren't that big, were they?
They were, because you had the other lump down below, didn't you?
Right.
Yeah.
Of course,
yeah.
and that's what you've taken off.
I had
isn't
it built like that, and I thought that looks not good, because when it was on my lap, it was because of the step.
It's when you said to me about the fact that you had to put like redo the bottom of it. I was thinking, well, why did you have to do? That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
As you can see,
they were big basters, weren't they? Really, if you think about it, because
yeah, you had a bit there, didn't you, with the USB
bottom. So,
ports and.
So what did you do with that bit?
Well, the other bit.
Yeah, the bottom bit.
I just throw it away. Yeah, don't mind.
Does it actually detach then?
Yeah, you've got screws in the bottom and you take it off. Because what it is, a lot of the older PS2s, there's 12 versions of the PS2. I'm getting quite geeky now, and with my things. But you had power supply sat in the bottom of it.
Right.
And also you had the expansion port, didn't you? Remember?
Because you could put like a hard drive and stuff in somewhere, couldn't you?
But the reason I did this is because I wanted it to sit on your lap,
yeah,
like the
properly,
Neo stick
without,
did.
Yeah.
And also I wanted it to run on the original Neo Geo CDZ. We haven't got one here to show everybody, but the connector on this is a 15-pin DIN, and the problem is it won't run on a Neo Geo without having an adapter, and I've made an adapter up.
So, and the reason being, it won't run because it's not long enough, as in the depth of the connector isn't big enough, isn't deep enough.
That's right, yeah. So I've made one, and I've actually tested this on a Neo Geo CDZ, and it works absolutely brilliant. And Alex has had a go on it, haven't you, Al?
Yeah, yeah, I can vouch for that.
Yeah, and it works just like an AES stick.
So we're plugging it in here. Let's look at the next part of this. So we've got the stick, which is designed to be like a Neo Geo stick with the button layout and what have you in a PS2, the original fat as we call it, PS2 case. That's running to, what have we got here? We're running it to a...
We're running it to a USB controller converter for Xbox 360 stroke PC.
Right, so this has a USB output. It is technically, we say USB, but what we mean is it's basically an Xbox 360 connection, isn't it? So it connects to, not just a USB, but it connects to a 360 natively, but also, obviously, just like a 360 pad, you can plug it into a PC and download the drivers, obviously, as like a 360 pad and use it, obviously, on a PC as well. So, right, okay, so let's fire it up.
Yeah, just on this box, you have the guide light, which is this one. It's a push button, and you have a guide light. I mean, this is a see-through, and we'll show you why it's see-through. There's a neat little trick it does, but you press that and it brings up your option onto your dashboard, so you can actually navigate. Yeah,
brilliant.
Also, you've got all the other buttons on it. The triggers are used there, so you can select ROMs. I've also put a menu button in it. I don't know if the PC uses that, but it's basically mapped to the same as the Xbox One we did, which is down there on the floor.
Yeah, but, and with the PC having so many options of mapping buttons and what have you to do with bits and pieces, it's always a good button to have. You can map that to something that exits or whatever, that particular emulation. Yeah,
you've also got your buffers, LB, and on the pad. So everything on the pad that you've mapped, now on this.
You put on there, brilliant.
Just to safeguard.
Yeah, excellent.
So plug the Neo stick
plug it in, and we're going to boot up the 360.
just an honorary mention about this Neo stick.
Turn this on.
I must say this because a guy helped me with it. Rowan Ward, who I work with, he actually wired up the cable, which was off of some internet thing, which is a proper cable, and he actually wired it. So I must say thank you to him for doing that.
So
okay.
let's say that again.
Rowan Ward.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks to him.
Works beautifully.
Right, as you can see, it's now lit up in a blingy sort of way. It's got yeah, it's
that's what you call it.
You can switch this option off, but I like it.
Yeah, you got the option on and off of the illumination.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell the name of the pad, but yeah, it came with that. So, right,
so as you can see here, this is a.
Which one am I going to?
Go over to Homebrew emulators. This is and that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
This is Final Burn Alpha next on the 360. People will know with what should we say, modded 360s. You can run emulations. I think you might be moving to S.
Oh, wrong way.
Just go up a bit. There we go. Down a bit. Up a bit.
Yeah, very sensitive in it. Where am I?
And a bit more.
And a bit more.
Then just go down with your joystick.
Yeah, there we are. Yeah.
There we go. I must admit, actually, to be fair, the front end is nowhere near advanced as the Xbox. I say Xbox One, it's not, is it? Because the Xbox One is now the tag of the new Xbox. Yeah. The original Xbox, Final Burn XXX,
yes.
Was a lot better to navigate through, I find, than that. They need to bring that.
Yeah.
Bring that into the next gen, really. Here we go.
Right, so as we know, this is the MVS version we're running on here, but you know, you can have the AES set to, and you've got select and start like you did on the original Neo stick. So that'd be select as insert coin. So we do that and start. Okay. Okay. This is just to show that it works as a Neo, and like Alex has played it, and
yeah,
he's
beautiful.
Yeah.
So there we go. I mean, you're pulling off the move smoothly.
No lag.
And that's a big point here, the lag factor. We've got a joystick going through a box that's going to a machine, which, let's face facts, a lot of people think nothing of, but lag, especially with beat 'em ups, is a big thing. Just like in the shoot 'em up world, you don't want lag. You want to be pulling off those moves. I mean, round 2 here. It's always what made the difference in the arcades, wasn't it? Like those foreground things, and then when blades were drawn across them, they you know, it cut the corn. You know what I mean? I mean, little extras that the arcades had that home consoles didn't.
It plays superb, doesn't it?
Oh, you just can't beat Neo Geo.
I'll try and pull a special move off and get a.
Oh, he's doing that, bugger.
He knows he's not. I've got him on the run. He doesn't like it. There we go. Right. Okay. So. No, didn't do it. That was on.
You got him though. I said no. Oh shit! The card thing.
I've lost it. I've lost it there.
Always fighting back.
Oh, I'll get him on the next go. But I think it showed the special move where he went white and then sent Poppy off to...
the old super move, as they call it.
I just select the wrong person, so let's go back and reset. There we go. And can you do all on the box?
So all on the box, obviously, because we've got all the control. That's the great thing. You've got all the controls of the Xbox 360 pad mapped on the green box of justice down there, which is lighting up beautifully on this camera. That's my knee in the way
Classic
as well.
stage.
There we go. So Gullford against Gullford. Here we go. I forgot actually until not this time but earlier that with Gullford you can actually bounce off the double jump off the side of the wall. Well, side of the screen, can't you? Yeah. This was a nice touch. This stage always used to amaze me with the spinning shark. And again, like I said, the foreground, that the interaction with backgrounds was amazing that S&K put into the Samurai Showdown.
Try and do this move and. Come on, super move. Okay, see if we can get it put off now. Oh, he knows as well.
Yeah, he's coming at you. Red blood showing, so... Oh shit, he did something out of it.
I lost him.
Did you see him there? He was trying to... Third and final round.
Oh, right, let's try now. Yes.
There he goes and caught him as well.
There we go. That's what I wanted to prove anyway. It's all there.
Beautiful.
Back timing again. Blocking.
There we go. So,
okay.
Basically, we're talking about using this on Xbox 360, but also, like I said, obviously because it's Xbox 360, you can plug it into because it's USB out, you can plug, oh, that's my leg, because this is USB, you can plug it into a PC, and because it's 360 USB, it's supported by the PC, so you can use that on all your favourite MUs on the IBM PC.
This is primarily...
That's a bit old school IBM PC, I don't know what the hell that was to do with.
But this is run like this Xbox One I made. It will run Neo Geo, SNES, Mega Drive main through this controller port. Also it will run the emulation of VIC-20, 64 and Atari 800XL.
Obviously when you say main, what you're meaning is the full-way
joystick on this one.
Mega Drive.
As per usual, Neo Geo is not changed, as we said earlier. This will run on an original Neo machine through an adapter I've made.
8-way.
Yeah, so
arcade stick.
And that will run through an original VIC-20 stroke 64 stroke Atari.
So you can, that one you can just plug a direct joystick in, 9-pin joystick, an arcade, as we call it, stick or whatever, C64 stick or whatever in there, and it will just work. Yeah, and you can just plug. Yeah. Now with the other side, you can plug a standard Neo Geo stick in there as well.
Yeah, it also run a...
But SNES and Mega Drive, because of the nature of it, it has to be slightly
modified. Yeah.
Slightly modified.
But as per usual, it'd be able to run Neo Geo pad. It's got the 5-volt feed as well to run the brain.
Well, that's very important, the 5-volt feed, because what happens if you don't have it?
It will not work, basically.
It just doesn't work. It doesn't. No feed goes in.
It's got no reference. It needs it for reference. So
does it do anything, or does it just?
It does try and work.
What, things up, down, left?
It just gets confused.
Like,
you know, that confused thing.
Why do you think they put that in there?
What, the 5-volt?
Yeah, just
it's because this is, as we've done before. This is just wires, and this is just joystick micro switches on this box.
Yeah, and wires that go to the machine.
They've kept the size of the cabling down on the Neo Geo pad,
right?
And also to get all the functions, they've had to use a chip in it to actually convert it back.
The 5 volts means that it powers the chip.
Yeah, which then
you don't have the 5 volts is not powering the chip, right?
So as in the SNES pad, there's only 5 wires in it. To actually modify it and run it on this particular box, I have to put 13 into it. So that means I'm going to have to get very, very narrow. This is proper cable, narrow cable to actually fit into the pad. And removal of we said in another video, removal of the actual surface mount chips in the SNES pad, which is not good. It's not easy.
No.
But the main thing is to work everything around the Neo Tech as usual, and go from there. But that's the difference. You got the AES stick, this stick, and the Pro is the same as the pad. If you've got a Neo Geo Pro, it will work on this as well because it has the 5-volt feed again. But the AES stick is the old tech, so it was just
wires and what have you. It just went to the thing and it fed off whatever it was. Yeah. Let's face facts. Let's put some voltage into that box, because look at that lovely green.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's that. We're yeah.
Well, there we go. So I think we've covered everything on this. Again, that's final burnout for next on the 360. And there we go.
With the bling.
The blinged out controller converter box.
But I thought it was good on Xbox One, but I thought I'd do it for PC and 360 because it's more relevant.
Yeah, and really, doing it for the 360 means you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah.
You can use it on the PC as well. Brilliant. Right, so
okay.
Signing off.
Yep. Bye.
Till the next time. Bye.